Guys, so this week I'm doing a video on the different types of gay terms. This lesbian is extremely feminine, like she wears dresses and heels and so on, and she's not suspected to be a lesbian basically. She just acts feminine. Yeah. She looks feminine a little bit, but not as much as a lipstick lesbian. And this one was actually made up by Ellen DeGeneres, and this lesbian is really simple. She just wears jeans and t-shirt, no makeup, and that's that for chapstick lesbian. It's kind of boyish, and they have boyish qualities. They're like the hardcore dykes. They dress and act like a guy, and they're the ones that are like, is that a guy or is that a girl? How do I put this? In an intimate relationship, the stone butch, they basically do all the giving, but none of the receiving, if you get what I'm saying. It's the exact opposite of the butch, or stone butch. They like receiving but not giving. So they'd probably be the perfect match. We're moving to the gay terms, like the gay guy terms. They're usually not over the age of 30. They're basically gays gone wild. They're still getting over their coming out, and are a little bit into drama and stuff like that. I saw online that the celebrity example of it was Zac Efron. So you can picture Zac Efron, I guess that's a twink. I don't know. It's this one is really easy to picture. A very big guy, I don't know. They got a beer gut, facial hair. Yeah, that's basically a bear. They're not suspected to be gay until they tell you, and obviously they love sports. Basically their body is toned by their personal trainer. They got their hair done by a professional hairstylist, and they're too good for you. So careful for them if you're a guy or a gay guy and watching this. They don't really fit in high school, and they basically devote their lives to music or theater or some other kind of arts. They got tattoos, weird hair growth. They're too good for you and your best friends or whatever, and they're artists or photographers or whatever. Everyone knows this term. They're very feminine. They're basically like divas. I'm just gonna talk to you about in general terms. They just see the personality. They feel their gender isn't right, or it's different than how they're born. And it can be a male to female or a female to male. Or used to be lesbian, which I don't really know how you can be used to be lesbian. that the lesbian has never been with the opposite sex, and probably never will be with the opposite sex. A lesbian that's only had sex with one person, and then basically decided if they were a lesbian. This is a person that's been through ex-gay therapy, which involves like a lot of religious treatments and stuff like that. It's like hell for all the homosexuals. These are straight people that are very supportive of like the LGBT community. The ability to tell who is gay and who isn't. Scouting for girls. And like a lesbian will be like looking at this one girl and she'll either say, oh, she has LP, or she doesn't have LP, or whatever. It's a city or neighborhood that is very gay friendly. Like a lesbian gets pregnant and has a child, and the other lesbian has to get the child to accept her. Making long-term commitments on the first date. Now some of these terms I never heard of till I watched this other video, so I just took them from that video and thought I'd educate you guys that are watching these.
I chime in with the haven't you people